You don't have to take psychedelic drugs. Just watch this. Legion Season 2, starring Dan Stevens, Aubrey Plaza, and Rachel Keller. David Haller is a mutant with schizophrenia. He's hunted by a government agency and befriended by a group of mutants who want to help him. David is also infected by a parasitic mutant known as the Shadow King. In this season, David and the gang focus on stopping the Shadow King from finding his real body. Once again, another superhero TV show. This is a part of the X-Men universe, but not really. Fox had The Gifted and FX has Legion. Now David Haller, also known as Legion, is the son of Professor X. Yes, the boss of the X-Men, the head honcho. The pros of the show is, first off, the mastermind, the showrunner is Noah Hawley. Noah Hawley is a great writer. He was the showrunner of Fargo, the Fargo series on FX, critically acclaimed. So he decided to take his talents and try something else with the superhero comic book genre. And this is unlike anything we've ever seen. This show is pretty artsy, it's weird, it's funny, it's very dramatic. The show's like being on drugs, really. And I wonder, what would it be like to watch this show on drugs? But I don't do drugs, and you shouldn't do drugs either. Say no to drugs. But this show is not your ordinary superhero show. I wouldn't really call it a superhero show to begin with. I mean, it's a part of the X-Men world, but it's not like David is like a superhero and like, it's time to save the day. It's just some mutants dealing with some problems in their world. The format of the show is pretty different, especially in season 2. Visually, show's amazing, but like what I said with the format, one moment they're in widescreen, you know, with the black bars in the front and the bottom of the TV screen, and then it will go to full screen, and then it will go to this documentary clips that plays in almost every episode that kind of helps tell the story with narration like National Geographic's. It was something else, it's something different, and I like different when it works, and it works. Another thing about the show are the actors. The 3 main leads, Dan Stevens, Aubrey Plaza, Rachel Keller, they're all excellent. Dan Stevens plays David. David has schizophrenia. He has multiple personalities. We get to see some of that David acting out, doing different things, expressing himself, different emotions. I think Aubrey Plaza is the real MVP of the show though. Every scene that she's in, she kind of steals the show. Originally, they say her character was written as a man, and some of the dialogue is still the same. So she really kills it. I just feel like the part was made for her. If you remember her in Parks and Rec, she was kind of like an oddball. And in this one, she's like an oddball, but to the extreme, OD, but not also in a funny way. She's also very dramatic. The cons of this show. Sometimes this show could be confusing. Like you don't know what's going on, but sometimes you'll like it. Sometimes you won't. And if you don't know what's going on, then how could you follow the story? When I'm watching, I'm kind of like, man, this is getting a little too weird. And then I'm still watching, I'm like, whoa, this is really weird. And then you might have to go online and do your Googles and seeing what people are saying because you don't know what's going on. There's a couple of music numbers that I wasn't a fan of. Like in the season premiere, all the characters did some kind of little dance number. I wasn't feeling that. In the season finale, when David and the Shadow King are about to face off, they start singing Behind Blue Eyes. I wasn't feeling that. Some scenes dragged with characters that were less important that I didn't care about. But all in all, the show is still great. One of the most interesting things on TV. Can't wait for season 3, because if you saw the season finale, you would know what I'm talking about. Plot twist, plot twist, plot twist. But all in all, I would give this show 4 stars. But did you watch it? Let me know. Leave some comments below. Subscribe to our channel. My name is Andy Mack. Legion, Livewire.